Welcome, warriors of the unseen, architects of their own storms, you who wander where few dare to glance, you who carry a fire so cold it freezes the marrow of those who try to comprehend it. Listen closely, because this is not a story about the ordinary. This is not a sermon to comfort the meek. This is a call to remember who you are, a call to awaken the part of you that terrifies mediocrity itself. Today, the world whispers your name in hushed tones, not with awe, not with respect, but with caution. A caution born not of fear of losing, but of fear of what they cannot control, because they've seen you in fragments, in rumors, in shadows, and the fragments alone are enough to shake them to their bones. They went person to person asking about you, and I want you to feel that. Sink into it. Let it resonate through your chest, because every single person, without exception, gave the same warning that trembles on their lips like a fragile truth they cannot hide. And what did they say? Every single one said, "Yo, that's a different breed." Imagine it, the same words spilling from mouths that would otherwise dismiss, laugh, or ignore, now quivering as they name the storm that you are. That's not a compliment. That's an acknowledgement of force, of nature, of inevitability. And the world, my friend, has already noticed you. You are not made for comfort. You are not designed for the ordinary. And the warning that travels person to person is not about what you do. It's about what you represent. A presence so sharp it cuts through pretense, so profound it unsettles the carefully curated illusions of everyone around you. The people who whispered about you, the ones who shook their heads and hesitated before speaking, they recognized a truth that few ever will, that you do not follow currents, you create them. They felt it before they knew your face, before they understood your mind, before they could measure your hunger, and in that, there is a terrifying beauty, because being a different breed is not about talent. It is about inevitability. It is the understanding that your existence alone shifts the balance. It is the realization that when you step into a room, the room is never the same again, and they know it. All of them know it, and that recognition is the very pulse that should fuel you. Now, let me tell you something that will sear into your mind. The world always fears the unseen. The world always fears the uncontainable. And when they speak your name, the hesitation, the unease, the warning, these are the first tremors of the quake you are about to unleash. They are not saying, "Beware because you are evil," or "Beware because you will fail." They are saying, with every fiber of their being, "Beware because you are real, and we are not equipped to face real." That is a power so few will ever taste, because the truth of being a different breed is not in what you have done, but in the inevitability of what you will do. You are not just walking the path of the strong, you are bending the very landscape of reality, and those who sense it, even from a distance, are compelled to issue the warning, not because they understand you, but because they instinctively recognize that your gravity cannot be resisted. Think about this. Every time someone repeats your warning, every time a whisper crosses from mouth to mouth, it is proof of your dominance over the mundane. They are trying to contain you, to label you, to reduce you to a warning, because the world cannot yet grasp your magnitude. That label, different breed, is their feeble attempt to cage what they cannot see, and you will not fit into cages. Every word spoken about you, every hesitant glance, every shared warning, it is a map of the territory you are conquering, a testament to the distance you have traveled without apology or pause. They are observing, but they cannot touch you, not yet, not truly. And that realization alone should fill you with a sense of unshakable purpose. Do not mistake their whispers for doubt. Do not confuse fear for hatred. Every warning is a reflection of your inevitability. Every warning is a signal that you have arrived where few can even dream to step. And here is the harshest truth. The moment you care about their approval, the moment you bend to their understanding, you weaken. You do not need their permission. You do not need their applause. You need their recognition of what you are, because the truth of being a different breed is that it is lonely at the top, and it is terrifying to everyone below you. And it should terrify you too, not in doubt, but in awe of your own potential, in awe of the storm you are carrying quietly, patiently, unrelenting. I want you to embrace the weight of this warning. Let it sit in your bones. Every single person who spoke of you, every single person who repeated your name, they did so with reverence, with caution, with an instinctive understanding that you are not like them, and you will never be like them. You will never conform. You will never soften to make the world comfortable. You are a different breed, a force that exists outside the predictable rules of ordinary life, and acknowledging it is not arrogance. It is truth. Every step you take, every choice you make, every path you carve, they will feel it, even if they cannot articulate it, and that energy, that inevitability, is what will define your legacy. Listen to me and hear this clearly. There is a hunger in the world to reduce greatness to the ordinary, a desire to label, categorize, and control. But the warning they give is your confirmation. It is proof that your presence disturbs the settled order, that your ambition pierces the illusions of limitation, that your courage is already a force too formidable to ignore. They went person to person because they sensed your gravity, because they wanted to know how to position themselves in relation to you, because instinctively, deeply, they understood that this is no longer about competition. It is about inevitability, about a force they cannot redirect, a reality they cannot rewrite. And you, different breed, will not apologize for it, will not wait for permission, will not seek validation. You will move. You will rise. You will dominate your existence with the cold precision of someone who knows their own inevitability. And in the silence that follows the whispers, in the aftermath of their shared warnings, there is clarity. There is understanding that your journey will always be yours alone, that the path you walk is not mapped, that the respect, fear, or awe you command is not given lightly, and that the title of different breed is a mantle, a crown, forged from solitude, focus, and the unshakable refusal to be ordinary. You will learn to thrive in this space, to turn isolation into armor, to let their whispers fuel your ascent, rather than distract your focus, because every warning carries the implicit acknowledgement of your inevitability, and inevitability is the most dangerous weapon a human can wield. So, when they speak your name in caution, when they tremble even in whispers, when they repeat, "Yo, that's a different breed," let it resonate through your bones. Let it ignite your focus, sharpen your resolve, deepen your ambition. Because the world will always attempt to understand you, to contain you, to reduce your fire to something manageable. But you are beyond management. You are beyond comprehension. You are beyond ordinary. And every single warning they give is a testament to the storm you carry quietly within, the storm that has already changed the course of every life, that has even attempted to measure you. Rise into that truth, dwell in it, and move through it with deliberate precision. Let the warnings become your anthem. Let their unease become the rhythm of your steps. You are a different breed, not by choice, not by circumstance, but by the raw, undeniable essence of who you are. And in that essence, there is power. There is inevitability. There is a quiet darkness, that no one can touch. They went person to person asking about you, and every single one gave the same warning, and every single one of those warnings is a mirror reflecting the truth you have always known. You are unstoppable, unavoidable, uncontainable, and utterly inevitable. You must understand something vital. Being a different breed is not a surface trait. It is not about flashy achievements, loud declarations, or momentary victories. It is something that seeps into your bones, something that aligns the cadence of your heartbeat with inevitability itself. Every warning they gave is a signal of the gravity you carry, a gravity that draws attention without effort, a gravity that bends the expectations of everyone in your orbit. They whisper because they cannot contain it, because they cannot redirect it, because instinctively they know that what you are is larger than their understanding. And there is a sacredness in that truth. There is a purity to being so uncontrollable, so untouchable in essence, that the world cannot help but notice. Let me remind you, they do not whisper your name lightly. They went person to person, because each of them sensed the same thing independently, and that is a rare alignment in a world of mediocrity. They recognized, without ever having seen the full measure of your force, that what you are is a storm waiting to break, a shadow waiting to expand, a fire that does not seek approval. That is the mark of someone beyond the ordinary, someone whose footsteps echo long after they have passed. Their warning is a mirror, reflecting not fear of you as an individual, but fear of the consequences of your existence. And you should feel that power. You should hold it in your hands like a blade, cold, unyielding, precise. Every person who shared the warning, consciously or unconsciously, contributed to your myth. You see, the world is built on stories, on narratives that shape belief. And you, different breed, exist as a living story that they cannot tell fully. A story too large for the small frames of ordinary minds. Each whisper, each hesitant comment is a fragment of legend, and fragments are enough to terrify, enough to inspire, enough to ignite the imagination of anyone who dares to encounter you. You are a legend in progress, a force that does not wait for recognition because it demands it simply by existing. There is a darkness in that recognition, a weight, a responsibility that only a different breed can truly understand. Every warning carries with it the unspoken acknowledgement that you will not bend, you will not falter, you will not apologize for the force that defines you. And that is a responsibility that cannot be shared because ordinary people cannot carry the weight of inevitability. They can whisper, they can caution, they can attempt to understand, but they cannot live it, and you will not expect them to. Your path is singular, isolated by choice and by design, and it is in this solitude that your strength becomes unstoppable. Imagine their faces as they spoke your name, the unease in their eyes, the tremble in their voice. These are the faces of people who feel the shape of your destiny without ever having touched it, who sense the reach of your ambition before it is unfolded. And in their fear, in their caution, there is clarity. The world cannot dictate your boundaries, cannot define your limits, cannot rewrite the essence of who you are. They went person to person asking about you, and that act alone, that effort to map you, is evidence of your singularity. It is proof that even in the shadows, your presence is felt, a force that cannot be ignored, a reality that will not bend. Now, here is the harsh truth that few will ever admit. To be a different breed is to be constantly measured, constantly examined, constantly feared. Every glance, every whisper, every cautious question is a challenge thrown at your feet. And challenges, my friend, are the only currency that a different breed values. You do not seek comfort, You do not seek validation. You do not seek ease. You exist to convert challenges into proof, obstacles into territory, warnings into fuel. That is your nature. That is your birthright. And when you embrace that fully, when you recognize the weight and the power in equal measure, you step into the reality that no warning can diminish you, no caution can slow you, no recognition can contain you. Every warning they gave you, every cautionary whisper, is also a roadmap. They do not understand it, they do not intend it, but they have handed you knowledge without knowing it. Their fear reveals the edges of their understanding, the boundaries of what they can comprehend, the limitations that they cannot cross. And you, different breed, will move beyond those boundaries. You will walk past every limit they have defined. You will rise above every expectation they have dared to impose. You will exist not as they imagine you, but as you are destined to be, unstoppable, inevitable, uncontainable. And let us not forget the quiet power in invisibility. They asked person to person because they could not observe you directly, because the force you carry cannot be quantified by surface metrics. It is a presence, a vibration, a truth that resonates without announcement. Every whisper is proof that your influence stretches farther than your footsteps, that your reputation travels faster than your actions, that the essence of your being shapes reality even when you remain unseen. That is the hallmark of a different breed, a presence that cannot be diminished, a force that cannot be ignored, an inevitability that cannot be rewritten. Do not mistake isolation for weakness. Do not mistake being misunderstood for failure. Every warning, every whisper, every tremor of recognition is a signal of your power. You are not ordinary. You are not confined. You are not a reflection of anyone else's expectations. You are singular, a force that exists in a space that others cannot reach, cannot measure, cannot comprehend. And it is in that space, that lonely, exalted space between understanding and legend, that your destiny is forged. It is there that a different breed learns to thrive, learns to move with precision, learns to transform whispers into weapons, hesitations into momentum, and recognition into inevitability. The beauty of this truth is that no one can diminish it. No warning, no caution, no whisper can alter the core of who you are. They may try to label you, to contain you, to fit you into the narratives that comfort ordinary minds, but the label of different breed is not theirs to give. It is theirs to fear, theirs to acknowledge, theirs to respect, and yours to embody fully. Every single one who spoke of you, who whispered your name, who hesitated before describing you, recognized something that most will never see, that you are not a choice. You are not an option. You are a force, a storm, a truth that cannot be rewritten. And so you move forward, carrying every warning like armor, every caution like a map, every whispered acknowledgement like fuel. Let it guide you, sharpen you, remind you of your singularity. Let the people who spoke of you, who trembled at the thought of your presence, who repeated, "Yo, that's a different breed," serve not as obstacles, but as markers of your progress, witnesses to the inevitability of your rise. Because the different breed does not stop for fear, does not pause for opinion, does not slow for comprehension. A different breed moves with quiet, deliberate certainty, letting the echoes of their whispers chase you as you ascend, letting their fear illuminate the path that only you can walk. You must understand this. Every warning they gave you is a reflection of what you are not yet fully aware of yourself. It is a mirror of the magnitude of your presence, a prelude to the scale of your own force. They went person to person, asking about you, because they could sense the shape of your inevitability even without seeing it in its entirety. And that is the first lesson of being a different breed. Your power is felt before it is seen. Your truth is recognized before it is known. And your presence changes the landscape of reality without a single announcement. That is the essence of being extraordinary. The world responds to you, even when you do not ask for it, even when you do not show yourself fully. And the whispers are the proof that your existence is already undeniable. There is an elegance in this recognition, a subtle majesty that few will ever comprehend. Each warning, each tremor of acknowledgement is a testament to the disruption you carry, the force you embody. They do not understand it, but instinctively, even unconsciously, they recognize that what you are cannot be contained within their rules, their definitions, their limited understanding. And that is the essence of a different breed. It does not require permission. It does not seek validation. It does not bend to the comfort of others. It simply exists, relentlessly, inevitably, impossibly. And when the world speaks of it, even in caution, it is acknowledging something sacred. Your refusal to be ordinary, your refusal to be diminished, your refusal to compromise with mediocrity. And here is a truth you must burn into your mind. The people who whisper about you are not enemies, nor are they friends in the conventional sense. They are witnesses. They are observers of your rise, passive carriers of the recognition you demand, simply by being yourself. Every time they share the warning, every time they repeat the caution, they are painting a portrait of your influence without even knowing it. You do not need to confront them. You do not need to convince them. You do not need to seek their understanding. You need only exist, move, and persist. Their warnings are the echoes of the power you already wield. Think of this. Every caution, every hesitant word is like a shadow cast by a mountain they cannot climb. They speak of it. They try to contain it. They tremble at its presence, but the mountain remains unmoved. You are that mountain. You are that force. You are the inevitability they cannot alter, the storm they cannot direct, the shadow they cannot diminish. And when you finally step into your full power, when you finally embrace the magnitude of what you are, every whisper, every warning, every recognition will resonate as proof of your dominance, as confirmation that the path you walk is yours alone, untouchable and unbroken. There is another lesson here, subtle but deadly. The people who went person to person asking about you reveal more about themselves than about you. They reveal the limits of ordinary ambition, the fragility of conventional fear, the desperate need to measure something they cannot contain. And in that, there is clarity. You are operating in a realm beyond their comprehension. You are moving in a space where ordinary fears cannot reach, where ordinary expectations cannot touch, where ordinary minds cannot conceive of the scale of your own destiny. They tried to capture you with their words, but words cannot contain a force like yours. You are not a story they can tell. You are the storm they cannot name. And here is the darkness that fuels the fire. To be a different breed is to carry isolation like a crown. The warnings, the whispers, the repeated recognition, they are not signs of inclusion. They are markers of separation. The path you walk is narrow, steep, and unforgiving. Because greatness is never crowded. Because true force is never ordinary. Because inevitability cannot be replicated. But do not fear the solitude. It is a weapon, a shield, a forge. In the quiet of isolation, you refine your focus, sharpen your instinct, cultivate the storm that others only glimpse from a distance. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters of my alpha family in struggle, I greet you, not as a performer on a stage, but as a kindred soul who has bled, burned, and been betrayed. You who have been the scapegoats, the expendable, the cast aside. I see you, and I feel you, and I know your pain. It is a pain that runs deep within the marrow of your bones, a pain that has shaped you, molded you into something greater than the sum of your struggles. Your suffering has not been in vain. It has forged you into warriors of a new age, a new era, an era where control no longer binds you, where your soul no longer bends to the whims of others. The time of being controlled is done. You are no longer the puppets in the hands of those who have always sought to manipulate you. You are no longer the ones who shrink in the shadows, silent and unseen. They have discovered your darker nature. They have underestimated you for far too long, and now they will learn the cost of their folly. They thought they could break you, that they could twist your spirit and enslave your will. They thought they could keep you caged, contained, manageable. But the time of their power over you is finished. You have evolved, you have transformed, and now you stand at the precipice of your full power. They feared you from the beginning, but they believed they could suppress the fire that burns in your chest. They believed that if they pushed hard enough, if they used enough force, enough lies, enough manipulation, they could extinguish the rage, the hunger, the drive that lives inside you. But they were wrong. Every strike they made only fueled the flame. Every insult only made you stronger. The chains they tried to bind you with, they've broken. They were never meant to hold you. They were meant to be your test. They were meant to show you what you were truly capable of, to awaken something primal within you. They thought they could subdue you, but they were merely feeding the beast within. You have stood on the edge of despair and stared into the abyss. You have been knocked down time and time again, yet you are still standing. You are not broken. You are not shattered. No, you are something more dangerous than any of them ever imagined. You are relentless. You are the storm that will rip apart their fragile world. They thought you were weak because they saw you as a victim, but they have failed to understand the depths of your power. It's time to break free from their illusions. It's time to reject the lies they've fed you, the false narratives they've constructed to keep you subjugated. They want you to believe that you are nothing, that your worth is defined by what they say it is. But the truth is, they have no power over you unless you allow it. The moment you realize this, the moment you accept the full extent of your strength, you become unstoppable. They have worked tirelessly to control you, to create a reality in which you are small, insignificant, and powerless. But now the mask has fallen, the veil has been lifted, and the truth stands before you, undeniable. You are the architect of your own fate. They may have tried to control your actions, but they cannot control your spirit. They cannot control the fire that burns inside you, the fire that refuses to be dimmed. You are the embodiment of defiance, of rebellion against those who have tried to break you. Every scar you bear is a testament to your resilience. Every betrayal is a reminder of how far you've come. The pain you have endured is not a mark of your weakness. It is the badge of honor that proves your strength. They have discovered your darker nature, but they still don't understand it. They still don't realize that it is not a curse, but a gift. Your darkness is the source of your power. It is the well from which your strength flows. You are not a victim of your circumstances. You are the master of your own destiny. For too long, you have allowed others to define your worth, to dictate the terms of your existence. They have treated you like a tool, a means to an end, a stepping stone to their own success. But no longer. No longer will you allow your worth to be determined by anyone but yourself. The time of playing by their rules is over. The time of conforming to their expectations, their demands, their limitations is done. You have discovered the truth of who you are, and that truth is far greater than anything they could ever imagine. They thought you were weak because you didn't play their game. They thought you were vulnerable because you didn't conform to their standards. But in reality, you were always the one in control. You were always the one holding the cards. Even when they thought they had the upper hand, you just needed to awaken to your own power. You just needed to realize that the chains they placed around you were never meant to bind you. They were meant to show you how strong you truly are. Now, you are awake. Now, you see through their lies. Now, you understand the depths of your own darkness, and you know that it is the very thing that will set you free. You no longer need their approval. You no longer need their validation. You no longer need their permission. You are free, and you are unstoppable. They thought they could control you, but they were wrong. They thought they could break you, but they were wrong. They thought they could keep you in the dark, but they were wrong. You are the light in the darkness, the force that shatters the chains of oppression. They have discovered your darker nature, and they tremble at the power they have unleashed. They cannot control you anymore. You are free, and nothing, no one, can ever take that away from you. So stand tall, my brothers and sisters. Stand tall, for the time has come for you to reclaim your power. Stand tall, for the time has come for you to show the world what you are truly capable of. They will never see it coming. They will never understand the force that is about to be unleashed. But that is their mistake, and it will be their downfall. You are no longer the victim. You are no longer the pawn. You are the king, the queen, the ruler of your own destiny. You are the storm that will sweep away the lies and the illusions that have kept you bound for so long. You are the warrior who will rise from the ashes of your past, stronger than ever before. The time of being controlled is done. You have discovered your darker nature, and now the world will tremble at your power. They have underestimated you. They have written you off as a lost cause, as someone who could be pushed aside, someone who could be ignored, controlled, or manipulated into submission. They believed that they had you figured out, that they knew the boundaries of your strength, the limits of your will, but they were wrong. They did not see the fire that burns inside you, the fierce and unyielding force that refuses to be extinguished. They did not understand that you are not just a survivor. You are a force of nature, a force that has been forged in the crucible of hardship, betrayal, and struggle. They thought that they could break you, that they could silence you with their lies and manipulation, that they could drown you in their expectations and their demands. They did not know that you are not a person who can be broken. You are not someone who can be easily defeated. You are not someone who will bend to the will of others, who will kneel in submission to those who wish to control you. You are someone who rises, someone who grows stronger with every challenge, someone who becomes more powerful with every attempt to bring you down. The chains that they placed on you, the walls they tried to build around you, they were never meant to hold you. They were merely tests that you have passed with flying colors. They tried to control you with fear, with intimidation, with the false promise of comfort and security. They tried to convince you that their way was the only way, that their rules were the only rules that mattered. But you have seen through their lies. You have realized that true power lies not in conforming to their rules, but in breaking them. True strength lies not in submitting to their control, but in breaking free from it and forging your own path. The darkness that they feared in you is not a curse. It is your greatest strength. It is the source of your power, the fuel that drives you forward when the world tries to push you back. The darkness within you is not something to be ashamed of. It is something to embrace, to honor, to wield like a weapon. The world has always feared those who cannot be controlled, those who are not easily swayed by the opinions of others, those who are not afraid to walk their own path, even if that path leads into the unknown. And that fear is what gives you your power. That fear is what will drive you to greatness. They thought they could hold you back. They thought they could keep you small, keep you hidden, keep you in the shadows. But what they didn't realize is that the shadows are where you thrive. The darkness is where you have been forged. And now you emerge from that darkness stronger and more powerful than ever before. You are no longer the person they tried to control. You are no longer the person they thought they could break. You are the person who is broken free from their chains. And now, nothing can stop you. The world will tremble at your power because they have never seen anything like you before. They have never seen someone who has been tested by fire and emerged stronger. Someone who has been broken and rebuilt into something more formidable, more resilient, more dangerous. They will tremble because they have no idea what you are capable of. They have no idea how far you will go to reclaim what is yours, to carve your own place in this world, to rise above those who have sought to keep you down. But you must not allow their fear to define you. You must not allow their attempts to control you to become your reality. You must not allow their hatred, their jealousy, their insecurities to dictate the course of your life. They are afraid of your power because they know that you are a threat to everything they have built, everything they have tried to control. They fear you because they know that you will not bend, that you will not break, that you will not be their puppet. They fear you because they know that you are unstoppable. And now, it is your turn to show the world just how unstoppable you truly are. It is your turn to show them that you are not someone to be ignored, that you are not someone to be dismissed. It is your turn to show them that the time of being controlled is over, and the time of your rise has begun. They thought they had you figured out, but they were wrong. They thought they could break you, but they were wrong. They thought they could silence you, but they were wrong. Now, you will show them the truth. You will show them the power that lies within you, the strength that resides in the depths of your soul. You will show them that you are not someone to be feared, but someone to be respected. You will show them that the darkness they feared in you is the very thing that will lead you to victory. The time of being controlled is done. You are no longer a prisoner to their expectations, to their rules, to their lies. You are free, and with that freedom comes the power to shape your own destiny, to create the life you desire, to forge a path that is yours and yours alone. You are no longer bound by the chains they tried to place on you. You are no longer the person they thought they could control. You are the person who controls your own fate, the person who decides the direction of your life. And nothing, no one, can take that away from you. So rise up, my brothers and sisters. Rise up and claim what is rightfully yours. Rise up and show the world that you are not a victim, but a victor. Show them that you are not someone who will be silenced, but someone who will be heard. Show them that you are not someone who will be controlled, but someone who will control their own destiny. The time of being controlled is over. You are free, and now the world will tremble at your power. They've discovered your darker nature. They've seen glimpses of it, but they never truly understood it. They saw your rage and called it a weakness. They saw your ambition and feared it. They saw your potential and tried to control it. But they never realized that this very darkness they feared is what makes you who you are. It is not something to be ashamed of. It is the very thing that will propel you forward, that will drive you to heights they could never reach. Your darkness is not evil. It is not something that needs to be purged. It is the raw, unfiltered essence of your power. It is the part of you that refuses to be tamed, that refuses to be silenced. And now, It is time for you to fully embrace it. The world has tried to break you, but it has only made you stronger. Each blow they struck only sharpened your resolve. Every betrayal, every rejection, every time they told you that you were not enough, it was just fuel for the fire that burns inside you. They believed they could break you, but what they didn't realize is that your spirit is unbreakable. You are not made of the fragile stuff they think you are. You are forged from something far stronger, something that cannot be shattered by their words, their actions, or their schemes. They thought they had you figured out. They thought they knew what would make you bend, what would make you fall in line. But they were wrong. They thought they could manipulate you, that they could keep you in check, that they could control you with their threats and promises. But you were never their puppet. You were never meant to be controlled. You were meant to rise above them, to break free from their grasp, to carve out your own path in a world that has tried to keep you in a cage. Now, you know who you are. You have seen the depths of your power, and you know that nothing, no one, can stand in your way. You are the storm they have been trying to outrun. You are the force they have tried to ignore. You are the warrior who has risen from the ashes of their attempts to destroy you. And now, you will show the world that you are not afraid. You will show them that you are not someone to be underestimated, that you are not someone who can be controlled. You will show them that the time for manipulation, for suppression, is over. The time for your rise is now. The world will tremble at your power because they have never seen anything like you. They have never seen someone who has been tested by fire and come out stronger. They have never seen someone who has been pushed to the brink of destruction and emerge more powerful than ever before. They have never seen someone who has been told they are nothing, only to rise up and prove them wrong. They have never seen someone who has been forced to fight for every inch of ground they've gained, only to fight harder when the battle gets tougher. You are a force that will shake the very foundations of this world, and they will tremble because they know they have underestimated you. They know they have pushed you too far, and now there is no turning back. You have awakened a power in yourself that they cannot control. You have tapped into something primal, something unstoppable. And now the world will feel the consequences of their actions. They will feel the fury of your spirit. They will feel the weight of your ambition. They will feel the force of your will as you rise to claim what is rightfully yours. But make no mistake, this is not just about proving them wrong. This is not just about showing the world that they can no longer control you. This is about you reclaiming your life, your destiny, your power. This is about you embracing who you are, unapologetically, without fear, without hesitation. This is about you stepping into the fullness of your potential and leaving behind the limitations that others have placed on you. This is about you rising up and taking your rightful place in a world that has tried to deny you. They will tremble because they will realize that you are no longer the same person they once knew. You are no longer the person who bowed to their demands, who sought their approval, who followed their rules. You are someone entirely different now. You are someone who has awakened to the truth of your own strength, and there is nothing that can stop you. You are someone who has shed the skin of your past and stepped into your true form. Someone who is ready to take on the world and everything it throws at you. The time for being controlled is over. The time for playing by their rules is over. You are free, and now you will write your own story. You will determine your own fate. The world will tremble at the sight of your power, but it will tremble in fear because it knows that you are unstoppable. They cannot control you anymore. They cannot manipulate you anymore. They cannot break you anymore. You are free, and now nothing can stand in your way. So rise up, my brothers and sisters. Rise up and show the world who you truly are. Show them the power that lies within you. Show them the strength you have always had, but that they never allowed you to embrace. Show them the fire that burns in your heart, the fire that cannot be extinguished. Show them that the time for being controlled is over. You are free, and now the world will tremble at your power. In conclusion, the time of being controlled is gone. You have broken free from the chains that once held you, and now you stand on the precipice of a new era, one where your power, your will, and your destiny are entirely in your hands. The world may tremble at your rise, but it will also respect the force you have become. Embrace your true strength, your darkness, and your unyielding spirit. The battle is yours to win, and nothing will ever stop you again. The world is yours for the taking. Go forth and claim it. Majestic soul, stand still for a moment and feel these words rise like fire inside you, because before anything else can begin, you need to hear this greeting spoken into the deepest corners of your spirit with a force that nothing in your past has ever carried. And that greeting is this: welcome, warrior, chosen by storms, honored by destiny, and protected by a God who does not lose. You are not walking into this message by accident. You are being summoned into it like a thunderstrike, called down from the heavens. And if your heart feels heavy, if your spirit feels stretched, if your mind feels misunderstood, it is because the world has been fighting over your name, like fools, arguing in circles, not knowing that God has already set you aside for something they cannot touch, interrupt, or corrupt. You are being prepared for a level that their arguments can never reach. People are speaking your name in rooms you have never entered, debating your purpose, debating your future, attempting to interpret your journey as if they ever had the authority to define you. But listen closely, because this is the part they will never understand. No matter how loud they shout, no matter how certain they pretend to be, your name carries weight. Your presence carries heat. Your soul carries an assignment, and God knew exactly who you would be long before they began their noisy little conversations. So let them argue, let them fight, let them twist stories, let them act confused, because their confusion is a sign of your elevation. Their arguments are the panic of people who sense something they cannot control, and their noise is the sound of weak spirits trembling before the rise of someone chosen. They are fighting over you like fools because they cannot grasp why your life continues to rise after every storm, why your heart still holds strength after every disappointment, why your path continues to open even when you walk through doors that were never supposed to move for you. They do not understand how many silent nights you survived. They do not understand how many betrayals could not break you. They do not understand how many times God lifted you out of situations that should have destroyed you. And that confusion breeds obsession. That obsession breeds arguments. And those arguments reveal the truth, that you are far more powerful than they ever expected. You see, they talk about you because they cannot touch you. They argue because they cannot access your destiny. They watch because they cannot stop what is coming. God has wrapped a shield around your name, and no matter what they try to plan, no matter how they twist the story, no matter how they imagine they can interfere with your path, their attempts dissolve before they ever reach you. There are battles you never saw because God fought them before they formed. There are traps you never stepped into because God erased them before you arrived. There are enemies you never faced because God redirected you away from them with perfect precision. When you feel pressure, that is not the world crushing you, it is your future calling you. When you feel tension, that is not failure chasing you, it is your destiny shaping you. And when you feel people rising against you, when you hear your name spoken in ways that feel sharp, unfamiliar, or distorted, that is not a sign that you are losing. That is a sign that you are rising so rapidly that even people who doubted you are forced to notice the shift. Let them argue like fools because their arguments are nothing more than the sound of ordinary minds trying to comprehend an extraordinary mission. They do not understand what it takes for you to stand where you stand. They do not understand what it cost you to build the strength you carry. They do not understand how deeply God has invested in your journey. You have walked through seasons that would have broken others because your spirit was designed to conquer storms, not be destroyed by them. You carry a fire that cannot be dimmed, a presence that cannot be ignored, and a destiny that cannot be delayed. And God sees every moment you tried to stay quiet when people misunderstood your silence. God sees every time you chose peace when they chose conflict. God sees every moment you walked away from battles that could have swallowed your energy whole. God sees the courage it takes to continue walking, even when no one claps for you, even when no one understands you, even when no one believes in you as deeply as you believe in the dream He placed inside your chest. That sacred fire glowing inside you is not an accident. It is the sign of spiritual protection and divine purpose. You are not just moving forward, you are moving with a force that heaven has designed and hell cannot block. You are not just surviving, you are evolving into someone even your old self would not recognize. You are not just growing, you are outgrowing everything that once held you back. And that is why people are reacting the way they are. That is why the noise around your name is rising. Growth threatens. The stagnant change intimidates. The unprepared destiny terrifies the jealous. When you shift the world around, you shift too. But not everyone knows how to handle the version of you that God is sculpting. There is a reason they argue more when you elevate. There is a reason they whisper more when you rise. There is a reason they compete more when you step into alignment. Your existence alone is a reminder that favor is real, that protection is real, that divine timing is real. And some people cannot handle the truth that your life refuses to collapse even when they expected it to. They cannot handle the truth that you walk with a strength you should not have. They cannot handle the truth that you were chosen before they even began speaking. But listen carefully, because this is where your spirit needs to stand tall. God will not let them touch your life. God will not let their words shape you. God will not let their plans succeed. God will not let confusion destroy you. God will not let jealousy derail you. God will not let your destiny fall into the hands of those who do not carry the heart or the vision to steward it. You are held. You are guarded. You are wrapped in a purpose that cannot be corrupted by human interference. People may fight over your name, but heaven has already written your future. People may argue about your path, but God has already ordered your steps. People may question your value, but God has already confirmed your worth. And that is why you feel that surge of strength rising inside you lately. That is why your spirit feels heavier, wiser, more focused. That is why your heart no longer entertains small battles. That is why your mind no longer bends to insecurity. You are transitioning into a version of yourself that cannot be shaken by noise. You do not need to defend yourself because God has already defended you. You do not need to prove yourself because your transformation is proving everything silently. You do not need to fear the future because your future is already sealed with victory. You do not need to shrink to make others comfortable because this season is not about comfort, it is about calling. And calling requires discomfort. Calling requires separation. Calling requires elevation. Yes, people are arguing like crazy over your name because they can feel something shifting around you, something powerful, something unstoppable, something ordained. They see the light around you even when you cannot see it yet. They sense the changes even before you announce them. They feel the spiritual authority rising inside you even when you try to stay humble. and jealousy always increases when elevation begins. But their arguments do not matter, because God is protecting your name in ways you cannot even imagine. God is guarding your future with a fierceness that no human can compete with. God is preparing opportunities for you that no critic can block, no enemy can sabotage, no jealous voice can delay. The doors opening for you are not built by human hands, so no human can shut them. The path you are walking is not drawn by human minds, so no human can erase it. Your destiny is not a group project, it is a divine assignment. Stand tall, because you are heading into a season where your name will be spoken with respect, not confusion. You are heading into a season where your presence will carry authority, not misunderstanding. You are heading into a season where the same people who argued about you will watch in silence as God elevates you. Your strength will speak, your work will speak, your growth will speak, your resilience will speak, and God will speak louder than them all. You survived storms that were meant to bury you. You survived betrayals that were meant to break you. You survived endings that were disguised as failures, but were actually holy redirections. Every tear you cried watered the soil for the future you are stepping into. Every step you took in darkness led you to the threshold of a brighter path. Every mistake you made was transformed into wisdom. Every wound you carried became armor. You are not here by accident. You are not hearing these words by accident. Your spirit is awakening. Your power is rising. Your destiny is calling. And nothing they say, nothing they argue about, nothing they fight over can stop the truth that heaven has already spoken over your life. You are chosen. You are protected. You are unstoppable. God will not let them touch your life. And soon the world will see what God already knows about you. You need to understand something even deeper now, because this is the part most people never realize until they have already reached the summit. The arguments around your name are not happening because you did something wrong. They are happening because you dared to grow. You dared to separate. You dared to evolve in ways that scared the ones who expected you to remain small. Every time you took a step forward, you challenged the limits they placed on your life. Every time you found strength inside pain, you disproved their expectations. Every time you chose purpose over approval, you became a threat to the comfort of those who never had the courage to rise themselves. People argue the most about what they cannot control, and nothing terrifies a controlling spirit more than a person who becomes uncontrollable through self-awareness, faith, and resilience. Your strength removes their power. Your growth exposes their stagnation. Your awakening reveals the truth they've tried to hide, even from themselves. This is why their voices grow louder when you become quieter. This is why their confusion grows stronger when your purpose becomes clearer. This is why their arguments turn wild when your inner peace settles deeper. Your calm rattles their chaos. Your focus destabilizes their assumptions. Your anointing intimidates their insecurity. But hear this with the full weight of your spirit, because it must sink into your bones like fire and truth. They can talk about you. They can speculate. They can imagine. They can stretch stories. They can spin narratives, but they cannot reach the blueprint God wrote for your life. They cannot alter divine architecture. They cannot rewrite destiny. They cannot step into the covenant God made with your spirit long before they even knew your name. Your life is secured in a realm. They cannot access a realm. They cannot manipulate a realm. They cannot touch no matter how loudly they shout your name. Right now, God is pulling you away from every place where your presence was tolerated instead of valued. Right now, God is cutting the ropes that once tied you to circles that never celebrated you. Right now, God is shutting doors that once drained you and opening doors that honor your growth. You are walking into a season where silence will protect you, where distance will strengthen you, where separation will elevate you. You are not losing people. You are losing chains. You are not losing comfort. You are gaining clarity. You are not losing familiar spaces. You are being introduced to higher atmospheres where your spirit can finally breathe freely. Some of the arguments about you are happening because people are trying to understand how you broke free. How did you step out of the patterns they are still trapped in? How did you rise above the limitations they surrendered to? How did you escape the cages they accepted as home? They cannot stand the truth that you chose strength instead of self-pity, focus instead of chaos, purpose instead of validation. They wanted you predictable, but you became powerful. They wanted you dependent, but you became self-guided. They wanted you silent, but you found your voice. And every time you grow beyond their expectations, they begin to panic because your progress exposes their comfort. Your discipline exposes their excuses. Your courage exposes their hesitation. They do not hate you. They hate the reflection you force them to see. You remind them of who they could have been if they had chosen bravery instead of fear. You remind them of the dreams they buried because the climb frightened them. You remind them of the strength they abandoned because they feared judgment from people who did not matter. You remind them of their unused potential every time you take a step forward they were too afraid to take. And that type of reminder creates resistance, confusion, and conflict in small minds. You were never meant to be understood by those who refuse to grow. Your soul is too expansive, your purpose too sharp, your calling too high for minds that settle for the ground. Your destiny was shaped on mountaintops, not in living rooms filled with gossip. Your future is being built in realms they have never entered and cannot comprehend. That is why God does not allow their hands near your life. That is why God removes you from spaces where you are discussed more than honored. That is why God distances you from people who think they know your story without ever knowing your scars. You are protected because you are chosen. You are chosen because you are needed. You are needed because your destiny carries impact far beyond your personal life. You were built to influence atmospheres, shake systems, challenge norms, break generational patterns, and awaken sleeping souls. You are not here to live quietly. You are here to live purposefully. That purpose comes with pressure. That pressure attracts attention. That attention attracts arguments. But those arguments expose the truth you have tried to ignore for years. You are powerful. You are significant. You are spiritually targeted because you are spiritually important. Do not be shocked when people who barely know you begin speaking your name. Anointing has a way of revealing itself, even to those who cannot identify its source. They sense your rise before you announce it. They feel your shift before you understand it. They react to your future before you step into it. That spiritual sensitivity triggers insecurity in anyone who is not aligned with growth. So do not take their arguments personally. Their reactions have nothing to do with your flaws and everything to do with what God is about to unleash through you. What God has placed on your life is bigger than your current season. It is bigger than the noise. It is bigger than every argument spoken in your absence. And the more they talk, the more they reveal their fear. People do not fight over what is ordinary. People fight over what is valuable. The fact that they argue over your name means your calling carries weight. The fact that they whisper about your future means your future carries promise. The fact that they are restless means your presence carries spiritual impact. Let them continue. They are only exhausting themselves. Their words cannot damage what God has fortified. Their opinions cannot shift what God has aligned. Their confusion cannot interrupt what God has structured. Their arguments are powerless because the architect of your life is not them, it is God. And when God writes your story, no human hand can edit it. What you must do now is hold your head high and walk forward with unwavering confidence, because the arguments around you are actually confirmation wrapped in noise. Every whisper is a sign of your value. Every debate is a sign of your influence. Every reaction is a sign of your rise. You are stepping into a chapter where God will silence the very voices that try to define you. You are stepping into a chapter where your blessings will speak louder than their gossip. You are stepping into a chapter where your elevation will silence every critic without you needing to say a single word. Your silence will be your weapon. Your growth will be your response. Your victory will be your proof. God will not let them touch your life, because your life is carrying something heaven assigned. Move forward without fear. Your destiny is louder than their arguments. And now you are reaching the point where the protection around your life becomes undeniable, even to the people who doubted you. They may not respect your journey, but they cannot deny your resilience. They may not applaud your growth, but they cannot ignore the transformation happening right in front of them. They may not admit it out loud, but deep inside they know something sacred surrounds you. They know something powerful is guiding you. They know something divine is unfolding through you. And that invisible force unsettles every spirit that operates in insecurity, envy, or fear. God has been preparing you quietly, preparing you in the shadows, preparing you in silence, preparing you in moments where you felt alone and misunderstood. Nothing in your life is random. Every delay was protection. Every loss was redirection. Every closed door was guidance. Every betrayal was revelation. You needed to see who people really were so your elevation would not be contaminated by the wrong influences. You needed to be pulled away from certain circles because they could not walk with you where God is taking you. You needed to outgrow environments that were too small for the destiny stored inside you. Listen closely, because this is an important truth your spirit must accept before your next level unfolds. Some people were only meant to witness your beginning, not your fulfillment. Some were meant to observe your struggle, not your victory. Some were meant to challenge your identity, not accompany your evolution. Not everyone who starts the journey is meant to see the destination. God separates you, not to punish you, but to secure you. He distances you from certain people because their intentions do not match the purity of your calling. He disconnects you from certain voices because their influence would dilute your purpose. Your destiny requires precision, not popularity. It requires clarity, not noise. It requires strength, not approval. And that is why God is so firm about protecting your life. You are carrying something too rare, too deep, too significant to be exposed to the wrong hands. You are stepping into a season where your greatness will no longer be hidden. People will see the results of your quiet sacrifices. People will witness the strength behind your silence. People will recognize the purpose behind your perseverance. And when the light falls on you, the ones who argued about your name will suddenly fall silent, because truth crushes confusion. The favor on your life is not ordinary. It is not shallow. It is not fragile. It is built on storms you survived without anyone knowing how badly you were hurting. It is built on nights you prayed for strength just to keep moving. It is built on faith that did not collapse, even when everything around you tried to convince you it was over. That kind of favor is untouchable. So let them talk. Let them doubt. Let them argue. They cannot weaken what God has ordained. This is why doors will open for you suddenly. Ladies and gentlemen, survivors, warriors, and the damned who refuse to stay down, Welcome. You've walked through hellfire. Haven't you smelled the sulfur of betrayal, felt the flames of anguish, and tasted the bitterness of defeat? But you're still here, still breathing, still standing. The world has tried to crush you, to break your spirit, but it has failed. They've tried to erase you, to strip you of your purpose, but you are still here, fighting, enduring, and evolving. January is upon us, and the world trembles in its wake. For some, it marks a new beginning, a chance to turn the page. For others, it is simply another countdown to disappointment, to struggle, to the never-ending grind. But for you, for us, for those who have tasted the dark side of life and survived, January is more than just the first month of a new year. It is the beginning of the end for those who sought to take everything from you. This is the moment when you seal their destiny, when you rise from the ashes like the phoenix that you are and show them that they cannot break you. They came to take your life. They came to shatter your dreams, to tear apart your ambitions, to steal your joy, and to turn you into nothing more than a shadow of what you once were. But what they didn't know, what they failed to realize, is that they didn't take your soul. No matter how many times they've tried to knock you down, no matter how many times they've plotted against you, you are still here, and you are stronger than ever before. The world has tried to convince you that you are small, insignificant, powerless, but they couldn't be further from the truth. You are not weak, not broken, and not beaten. You are a warrior, a survivor, a force of nature that cannot be contained. Every wound they inflicted on you, every scar they left on your body and soul has only made you more dangerous, more determined, more unstoppable. Every battle you've fought, every sacrifice you've made has brought you closer to this moment, to this very January, when you will take control of your destiny. You stand at the crossroads now, at the edge of the abyss, but you're not afraid. You know that fear is nothing more than a weapon, a tool that they use to manipulate and control the weak. But you are not weak. You have faced fear before, and you have conquered it. You have stared into the abyss, and it blinked first. Now, the time has come to turn the tables. The time has come to rewrite the script. The time has come to show them that you are not their victim, that you are the one who holds the power, the one who decides who lives and who dies. It is in the darkest moments that the strongest souls are forged. It is in the times of suffering and hardship that you discover what you are truly made of. You have been to hell and back, and you know the taste of despair. But you also know that despair is not the end. It is not the final chapter of your story. It is merely the beginning of your transformation. You have felt the weight of the world pressing down on your shoulders, but you have not buckled. You have been pushed to the brink, but you have not fallen. You are still standing, still breathing, still alive. And now, you will rise. They came to take your life, but what they didn't expect is that they were only igniting the fire within you. They thought they could break you, but instead, they have only made you stronger. They thought they could silence you, but instead, they have made you roar. This is your time. This is your moment. The world is about to witness the storm that you are. The ashes of your past will fuel the fire of your future, and you will burn brighter than anyone ever thought possible. This January, you are not just going to survive. You are going to thrive. You are not going to sit in the shadows and wait for the storm to pass. You are going to make the storm. You are going to stand at the front lines, and you are going to show the world that you are a force to be reckoned with. Those who sought to take your life, to take everything from you, are about to find out what happens when they mess with the wrong person. They will try to break you again. They will try to drag you back into the darkness. They will try to make you doubt yourself, to make you question your worth. to make you believe that you are not enough. But you will not listen to them. You will not bend to their will. You will not bow to their lies. You will look them in the eye, and you will show them what true power looks like. They came to take your life, but what they didn't realize is that you are not just alive. You are a force of nature. You are not some helpless victim waiting to be saved. You are the storm. You are the chaos. You are the reckoning, and they will not survive it. This January, you will seal their destiny. You will make them regret the day they ever tried to cross you. You will show them the power of a survivor, the strength of a warrior, and the fury of someone who has nothing left to lose. You will stand tall, unbroken, and unstoppable, and you will make them pay for every ounce of pain they have ever caused you. Do you hear that? That is the sound of your power awakening. That is the sound of the storm that is about to descend upon them. The world may have tried to break you, but it has only made you stronger. You are not the same person you were a year ago. You are more than the sum of your scars, your wounds, and your losses. You are more than the pain you have endured. You are the embodiment of resilience. You are the embodiment of strength. You are the embodiment of vengeance. And now, you will make them feel it. This is your time. This is your moment. This January, you will seal their destiny. You will take what is rightfully yours. You will show them that you are not someone to be messed with. You are someone who will rise from the ashes, who will crush the darkness beneath your feet, and who will leave nothing but devastation in your wake. This is the beginning of the end for them. This is the moment they realize that they made the greatest mistake of their lives. They came to take your life, but instead, they unleashed a fury that they will never be able to control. The time for mercy has passed. The time for forgiveness has passed. You will no longer allow yourself to be the victim. You will no longer allow yourself to be weak. You will stand tall. You will rise above. You will show them that they made a grave mistake. This is your fight. This is your war. And this January, you will seal their destiny with the fire that burns inside of you. The world is about to witness the wrath of a survivor, the rage of a warrior, and the fury of someone who refuses to stay down. They thought they could break you. They thought they could take everything from you, but they were wrong. And now, they will pay the price. This January, you are not just walking into a new year. You are walking into a new chapter of your life, a chapter where you take control of your destiny, a chapter where you become the person you were always meant to be, a chapter where you show the world that you are not someone to be underestimated. So rise, warriors. Stand tall, survivors. Embrace the darkness, for it is in the darkness that you will find your true power. And as for them, they came to take your life, but they will leave with nothing, because you will be the one to seal their destiny, and that destiny will be their downfall. The moment they believed they had you cornered, the moment they thought they could crush your spirit and leave you as nothing more than a fading memory, they sealed their own fate. They didn't understand who they were dealing with. They thought you were weak, that you could be pushed around, discarded, and erased. They thought they could rob you of everything you fought for, everything that makes you who you are, but they underestimated the fire that burns within you. They came to take your life, but they did not realize that you were never just a living, breathing body. You were always more. You were always something much greater than they could have ever imagined. Your essence, your spirit, your resolve. These things cannot be destroyed by the hands of those who wish to take what isn't theirs. Your heart has been forged in the flames of adversity, and it is now stronger than ever. They sought to break you, to shatter your will, to reduce you to nothing. But all they did was fuel the beast within you. They thought they could wear you down, but they didn't know the depths of your endurance. They didn't know that you've already crossed thresholds that would have crippled lesser men and women. They didn't know that you have survived the darkest nights, that you've walked through pain and fear, and that each step you took in that darkness has only made you more powerful. You have been through hell, and you came out stronger. You've faced the coldest winters, and now you stand in the warmth of your own fire. This is the moment. This January, you are not going to be the same person you were yesterday. You are going to leave behind the version of yourself that was unsure, afraid, and doubting. You are going to become the person you are always meant to be. You are going to step into your power in ways that no one, not even you, imagined possible. You are going to seize the strength that you've buried deep inside and unleash it upon the world. Do you think they saw this coming? Do you think they understood that your journey was always one of evolution, of growth? They only saw you for who you were at a certain moment, but they never saw you for who you would become. They believed that you could be buried under the weight of your struggles, that your heart would break and your spirit would fracture. What they didn't understand is that you were not meant to be broken. You were meant to be unbreakable. You were meant to rise when everything was trying to drag you down. You were meant to be the storm, the earthquake that shakes the foundations of the world. Now, they will see who you truly are. Now, they will understand that nothing can stop you. Not their lies, not their betrayal, not their attempts to steal your peace and your purpose. They will watch as you take back everything they tried to take from you, as you rise with an intensity they never anticipated. They came to take your life, but they have no idea what that means. They don't know what they are up against. This isn't just a fight for survival anymore. This is a battle for your legacy, a battle for your destiny, a battle to prove that you are not someone to be toyed with, not someone who will fall into the background and accept defeat. No, you are the one who defines your future. You are the one who chooses whether to rise or fall, and you will rise. Look around you. Look at everything that has brought you to this point. Every heartbreak, every loss, every betrayal, every failure, it has all led you to this moment, and now you are stronger, sharper, more prepared than you have ever been. Each wound you've carried with you has healed into the armor you wear today. The pain you've endured has forged your spirit into a weapon. You are no longer the person you were when they first attacked you. You are more than that. You are more than they ever could have imagined. So let them come. Let them try to break you again. Let them attempt to wear you down and steal your light. They are walking into a war zone. They are stepping into the lion's den. They are entering a battlefield where they will quickly learn that they are the ones in danger. They thought you were weak, but they were wrong. They thought you could be taken down, but they failed to understand the depth of your resilience. And now, they will pay the price. They will see firsthand what happens when you decide to fight back, when you decide that you are done being their victim, done being someone who sits idly by while they strip you of your dignity and your power. This is the moment you rise. This is the moment you reclaim everything they tried to take from you. You are the reckoning. You are the one who has been waiting for this moment to finally arrive. And now, it is here. They came to take your life, but they didn't realize that they were about to face the wrath of a warrior who has nothing left to lose. They didn't realize that you are not someone who is going to lie down and accept defeat. They thought they could tear you apart, but they have only awakened something in you that they can never extinguish. They have made the fatal mistake of underestimating you. This January, you are going to burn brighter than ever before. You are going to tear through every obstacle in your path with the ferocity of a predator on the hunt. You will not be stopped. You will not be intimidated, and you will make them regret every moment they spent trying to destroy you. You are the storm. You are the chaos that is about to consume them. They will try to break you again, They will try to lure you back into their web, to pull you back into the cycle of suffering and self-doubt. But you will not fall for it. You will not let them drag you back into that darkness. You are done with that chapter. You have learned, you have grown, and now you will show them that you are no longer the person they thought they could manipulate. You are the architect of your own fate. You are the one who holds the power to shape your future. And as you step into this new year, as you step into this new chapter of your life, you will make them understand that they made a grave mistake. They thought they were taking your life, but instead, they were only igniting a fire that they can never put out. They thought they were taking your soul, but instead, they awakened a force of nature. This is your time. This is your moment. In this January, you will rise with the strength and determination of someone who has been through the darkest trials and emerged victorious. You will show them that you are not someone to be underestimated. You are a force to be reckoned with. You are the storm that will shake the world to its core. Let them tremble in fear as they realize what they have unleashed. Let them cower as you rise from the ashes of their attempts to break you. This is not just the beginning of a new year. This is the beginning of the end for them. This is the moment they realize that they cannot control you. This is the moment they understand that you are the one who holds the power, and they will never, ever forget the consequences of crossing you. You have been to hell and back, but you are no longer the person you were when you first entered. You are stronger, smarter, and more determined than ever before. And now, you are going to make them feel it. You are going to make them understand that they can't take from you without paying the price. They will learn the hard way that you are not someone to be trifled with. So, rise, warrior. Embrace your destiny. This January, you will not just survive, you will dominate. You will take back everything they tried to steal from you, and you will leave nothing but destruction in your wake, because they came to take your life, but they will leave with nothing. The storm has arrived, and it will not be stopped. The world trembles before the power you now possess, the energy that has been building inside of you, the force that has been waiting for this very moment to unleash. For far too long, they have tried to control you, to dictate your fate, to reduce you to something lesser, something broken. They thought they had you cornered. They thought they could break your spirit, extinguish your fire, bury you in the ashes of your past. But they failed, and now they will face the consequences of their mistakes. You are no longer the person they thought they could defeat. You are no longer the person who could be worn down by their lies, their cruelty, their manipulation. You are a warrior forged in the flames of adversity, and now the storm that has been building inside you will rage across everything in its path. They thought they could crush you, but in truth, you were always meant to rise. And now, the world will bear witness to your ascension. When you look back at everything you've been through, at the suffering, the losses, the betrayals, the moments where you were pushed to the brink, you realize one thing above all else. You survived. You survived, and you are stronger for it. Each tear you shed, each moment you spent in darkness, each time you thought you couldn't go on, these are the very things that built your strength. They tried to break you, to make you doubt your own worth, but instead, they only added fuel to the fire. They created something unstoppable. They created a force they can no longer control. Now, as you stand at the precipice of your power, as you stare down the path that lies ahead, you must understand one simple truth. They are the ones who should be afraid. For all their attempts to tear you down, for all their efforts to take everything from you, they have only made you more dangerous, more relentless, more determined. And this time, you will not hold back. This time, you will not play by their rules. This time, you will rewrite the story in your own terms. They came to take your life, to strip you of your power, to break you into submission. But they did not realize that the very thing they were trying to destroy was the thing that would come to destroy them. They were fighting against something far greater than they could comprehend. They were fighting against the force of your will, the fire in your heart, the storm that has been waiting for this moment to break free. And now, you will let it break free. You will unleash it upon the world with a power they can only dream of understanding. Every moment of suffering, every instance of pain, every moment of doubt, these are the very things that will fuel your fury. You are no longer just a survivor. You are no longer someone who merely endures. You are a force that will reshape the world around you. The storm is here, and it will not be stopped. They will try to stop you, of course. They will try to break you again, to lure you into their traps, to pull you back into their darkness. But you will not fall for it. You will not be manipulated any longer. They may have gotten to you once, but that was the last time. This time, you will rise above. This time, you will walk through the storm with your head held high, and they will be the ones who are consumed by the very thing they tried to destroy. Do you understand the power you now wield? Do you realize that you are no longer the prey in this fight? You are the hunter. You are the one who controls the game. You are the storm that is coming for them. And no matter how hard they try to fight it, no matter how many lies they spin, no matter how much they try to tear you down, they will never be able to stop the force that you've become. They came to take your life, but they didn't realize what they were truly up against. They didn't realize that they were not just fighting against a person, but against the very essence of resilience, the embodiment of everything that refuses to stay down. They thought they could break you, but they were wrong. They thought they could crush your spirit, but they didn't know that your spirit was the very thing that would destroy them. The storm is not just a force of destruction. It is a force of creation. It is a force that will sweep away everything that no longer serves you, everything that has been holding you back, everything that has been trying to keep you small. It will cleanse the path before you and allow you to build something stronger, something unshakable, something that will last long after they have faded into nothingness. This is the time of reckoning. This is the time where you take everything back that was stolen from you. This is the time where you rise up and claim your power, where you show the world that you are not to be trifled with, that you are no longer the victim. You are the victor. You are the storm, and it will not be stopped. Do not let their fear and doubt infect you. Do not let their words of defeat linger in your mind. They have no power over you anymore. They have no control over your destiny. The only person who holds the key to your future is you. And you will wield that key with the strength and determination of someone who has been forged in the fires of adversity, someone who has come out the other side stronger than ever before. This January, you will show them what it means to mess with the wrong person. You will make them regret every moment they tried to push you to the edge. You will make them wish they had never crossed you, never underestimated you, never thought they could break you. Because when they look into your eyes, they will see the storm that is raging inside of you, and they will know that they have no chance of stopping it. The storm is not coming. It is here. It is inside of you, and it is unstoppable. Let them try to run. Let them try to hide. There is no escaping the wrath of a warrior who has nothing left to lose. They will not be able to outrun you. They will not be able to silence you. You are the storm, and it is here to stay. As you stand on the edge of your destiny, as you take the first step into the future you're about to create, know this: you are not alone. There are millions of others like you, survivors, warriors, those who have been to the depths, and come out stronger. Those who refuse to stay down. Those who will rise and reclaim their power no matter what. You are part of something much larger than yourself, a force that cannot be stopped. And they will fade into the background. Their lies, their betrayal, their attempts to break you will become nothing but a distant memory, a footnote in the story of your rise. They came to take your life, but instead they unleashed the storm that will wash them away. You are a force of nature, and no one can stop you. Not now, not ever. The storm has arrived, and it will not be stopped. In the end, they thought they could take your life, but what they failed to understand is that you are not something to be destroyed. You are a force that cannot be controlled, a storm that cannot be silenced. This January, you will rise with the power of everything you've endured and everything you've become. They will learn that when you are pushed to the edge, you don't break, you break through. The storm has arrived and it will not be stopped. The future is yours to claim, and they will be nothing but a distant memory in the wake of your power.